everyone, welcome back to the Roger Reviews channel, and today we're taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jabiim, from the Obi-Wan Kenobi line. Looking at the front of the box, it looks really cool. You of course get this digital render of the figure, the Star Wars Black Series logo up there, the name of the line the character's from, and his name down here. And then here on the side mural, you do get this awesome artwork of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And like I mentioned before, by adding other figures from the same line, you can create a mural. So here's Obi-Wan alongside the Fourth Sister. And here in the back, you of course get another digital render, a description of the character, the number which falls into the line, and much little warnings. Here's the side showing the contents of the box, some warnings on the bottom, and nothing on top. But I'll go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. And then of course, with it being a plastic-free packaged figure, they come in a cardboard tray like this, so I'll go ahead and take them out of the paper as well. It's always interesting seeing the plastic-free packaged figures and how they were protected only with like this wrapping paper. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Dang. That's neat. Look at that. That is incredible. I'm immediately blown away with the amount of detail. Right. I've only seen you know, a few screenshots there and there of this figure, but having it in hand is a totally different feeling. I'm gonna do a comparison at the end of this video, so stick around for that. I'm gonna showcase some of the other Obi-Wan Black Series figures just so we can see like sort of like a comparison with them and the amount of detail. But this looks like the most Ewan McGregor likeness in a Black Series figure, in my opinion. But of course, like I said, I'll get all my, you know, better looking Obi-Wans and then we can go from there. And like I usually do, I'll start from top to bottom. Looking at the head sculpt, it looks insane. I mean, look at that. The amount of detail, it captures everything. Like, it looks like Ewan McGregor. Of course, you can see they use photoreal tech with the eyes. He does have some nice detail in the eyebrows. The beard, of course. And then, like you're seeing, he does come with a soft goods sort of like robe or a cape. So you can remove the hood like that and pull it down. And he almost has like that episode 2 kind of look. So that's pretty neat. And as far as articulation, he does have a joint at the neck and the top of the head. So you get tons of movement. Your side to side, back, and forward. And before I move on to the torso, I'll just go ahead and go over the cloak that's included. Again, I really appreciate the soft goods here. It comes in this sort of like normal brown color that we usually get for the Jedi robes. This one's a little different though. It just goes over like this and then it has the hood. I do like how the hood is already fixed, so if you want to fix that up, you could just like fold it around the shoulders, sort of like that, and have it without the hood. But for the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and remove it just so that we can get a clean review of the figure. It does come off and I'm sure you can put it back on. So looking at the torso, again, I think they pulled like inspiration for this outfit with episode 2. Just seeing the overall, you know, look, it looks really neat. It is a darker take on his Jedi robes, but of course you do get this sort of like sandy color for the tunic, and you get this cream undershirt. I love the wrinkles that run down. It looks very lifelike. And then he does have a ball joint, so you go side to side, back, and forward. Looking at the arms sticks out about there. I'm pretty sure it does go all the way around, but the top part right here, it does sort of get in the way, so it is a little harder to get the full arm around. His elbow does go up though, has a swivel, and he does have articulation at the wrist and at the hand. The other side as well, arm sticks out right there. goes about there and about there, almost going in a full rotation before interfering with the tunic. Um, Elbow does go up right there, has a swivel, and he does have articulation at the wrist at the hand. And real quick, I did want to point out that he does have pinless joints, so that's a plus right there. Looking at the waist, he does have this leather belt, has this pouch right here, and this silver belt buckle. He does have this peg for storing his lightsaber, and he does have a holster to store his blaster. Looking at the legs go almost into a complete split. He almost goes into a sitting position, and his legs go back right there. And he does have a swivel on both of his thighs. And look at the knees. The knees do go back into a kneeling position. And finally, looking at the boots, he has like these wraps around his ankles, has these brown boots, and they do point down. They do point up like that. And he does have rock wrinkles. Get some cool action poses. Up next, we'll look at the accessories. Looking at the accessories, they do come in this little paper baggie. And usually you just tear it open like this to reveal the contents. I'll go ahead and take everything out. You can check it right here. So our first accessory is his blaster. Look at the blaster. It looks really cool. Don't think we've gotten this model before. Has almost like a copper sort of like color going throughout it. Has this black at the handle, so that's pretty cool. So put on the blaster. Like most figures, you just turn to the trigger finger and it goes in place very nicely. And then of course, if you don't want to be uncivilized, you can store his pistol right here in the holster. You just remove that little clip. Let me see if I can get the gun in there. It's a little bit snug, but that's good because it won't come out. The next accessory is his lightsaber. And it's really interesting because I noticed that with the Obi-Wan figures when they were in the Obi-Wan line, is his lightsaber looks a bit more aged. And what I mean by that is like the emitter right here. It is a bit more darker than what the normal one looks like, but overall looks great. The blade is of course that beautiful blue, and then you get little bits of gold in there, the black at the handle, and the silver running throughout it. To put on the lightsaber, I find it a little bit easier to just go through the trigger finger right here on this hand. It kind of slides in a little bit more smoother than the other one. And then once you've got it in there, you then place his other hand on the bottom of the grip. And there you go. And if you want to store his lightsaber, you just take this end with the peg, push it in, and there you go. And real quick, like I promised, here's a comparison with some of the better looking Obi-Wans in my collection. Of course, we have from the red line, the Obi-Wan from episode 2, the archive Obi-Wan Kenobi from episode 3, and the first Obi-Wan in the wave, and the newer Obi-Wan right here from Jabiim. But like I was saying, they did definitely take inspiration for his final duel outfit from episode 2. It's just darker, but overall I love the amount of detail. You can see the huge difference with these figures. The more likeness, like I've said, has to be this one, the newer Obi-Wan. Probably second place would go to him, this one, and then last place. But overall, it's Obi-Wan, so you gotta love him. So that was a review of the figure. I gotta say, again, I'm really impressed with this Obi-Wan Kenobi. Even with it being part of the, package-free or plastic-free packaging, it's still a decent figure. And I forgot to mention that this Obi-Wan I found along with the Ahsoka Tano we just reviewed a bit ago. This Obi-Wan was $9 at Ollie's. So if you want to pick up this exact Obi-Wan, drive to your nearest Ollie's and just pray that you can get your hands on him. The articulation is great. The amount of detail and the accessories alone make this figure, worth every single penny, in my opinion. Especially you don't have Obi-Wan in your collection. This is a decent Obi-Wan figure to get at the moment, considering, there are other ones like, the archive one, things like that. But if you are looking for a decent looking one, this one I would recommend. And of course, you can make, epic duel sort of like scenarios like this one with him and Vader duking it out. And like I mentioned at the end of each episode, you can place the box in the back. This is how I display my figures, having the box in the back and the figures in the front. But other than that, I'm probably going to end it here and say if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like. And like the content you see here on the channel so far, be sure to subscribe. And be sure to follow me on my Instagram page. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you all on the next one.